Real Talk. We are so happy to have you here, whether you're tuning in on video or listening just to the audio. We're happy to have you and excited to be here with you. My name is Kenny King, and I'm your resident holistic health and wellness coach, helping you thrive with endo, naturally, and holistically. I'm here with a fantastic co-host and her dog, Kroby. Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Roman.
You know, he only started barking and something about him barking right before we started recording. So Ronan wants to be on Real Talk today. So we're here today to talk about our favorite episodes. We cannot believe we have done 30 episodes already, and we wanted to just, first of all, appreciate you and tell you so like how happy we are that you're here loving this space, listening to these episodes, and we love being here to hold the space for you and to serve you because, you know, and I know we're all on our own different journeys, and some of us have been on this journey for years and years and years, but some of you listening, you're brand new. And when Kristen and I were first diagnosed, or actually before we were diagnosed, when we were struggling and didn't even know what was going on, we didn't have something like this, or at least we didn't know about it. If there was something like this at that time, we didn't know about it. So, you know, technology has just come so far, and social media is so widely spread that it's fantastic that we can do something like this and be here with you. So that's just us saying we love you, and we want to go through a few of our absolute favorite episodes now that we have 30 under our belt. We want to just share with you 3 episodes each that we love and that and why we love them. So Kristen, why don't you start? Tell me what 3 episodes were your favorite, and tell me why they're your favorites.
Well, first of all, everybody, thanks for sticking around for 30 episodes. We're now 31. This episode's 31. So that's pretty exciting. 30 weeks, well, a little bit more than that with the holidays and stuff. We took a little bit of time off. So let's go into my favorites. I think my first favorite is the episode on FOMO, fear of missing out. I think a ton of us deal with that on a regular basis, whether it's like missing a wedding, like a big event, or missing even something small. We have this fear that everyone is having a better, more fulfilled life than we are because we're suffering. So definitely check out that episode.
That one's
lots of great information.
Yeah, episode 18 is FOMO. Right?
Episode 18. It's one of our more popular episodes, so obviously you guys like it too. My second one is my interview with Dr. Sony Singh. He is an endometriosis specialist here in Canada. He works out of Ottawa, which is like 45 minutes from me. He did my hysterectomy, and he has trained many great surgeons to specialize in endometriosis, and he travels a lot to educate people around the world on what's new in endometriosis, excision surgery. That's his main specialization is excision surgery, so he teaches that quite a bit. I've been lucky enough to be cared for by 2 people that were trained by him, and their bedside manner is amazing. Well, partly because we're Canadian, but they're amazing. They're so calming, and they just want you to make sure that you're comfortable and you know what's going on. And I think a lot of us need that. Like, we need to be walked through, whereas we don't really get that a lot in common practice. And then my third favorite is, I was super excited to interview Laura Parker from BuzzFeed. She posts a lot about endo and talks about her vagina and chronic pain and just like girl problems. So I was super excited that she wanted to be on the podcast. So I did her interview for episode 28. So those were episodes 27 and 28 for Dr. Singh and Laura Parker. And they're really great episodes, great interviews. We have tons more interviews coming for you guys. So if you guys have someone that you want to see on the podcast, let us know in the comments or shoot us a message. Or if there's something specific that you want us to talk about on a new episode.
Absolutely. Yes, I love all those episodes.
Your 3 faves.
Huh?
What are your 3 faves?
Oh, yes. Okay. My 3 favorite episodes. It's so hard because a lot of these episodes are so packed with information, and it's just been so nice to do this. It's been so fun. So episode 4, which was our episode on advocating for yourself with physicians and with medical practitioners, that by far has to be one of my favorites. And I think one of the reasons it's a favorite is because we were inspired to do it. Well, a lot of these come from what we see our endo warriors struggling with in our groups. They're posting these struggles and these challenges, and so we're like, okay, let's tackle that one. And this one in particular, it was very close to my heart because the comments that we saw based on what an endo sister went through, and then this thread of all these things that these physicians are still saying to their patients was ludicrous, for just lack of a better word. So, or another word. So we broke that down and basically went into how to deal with it when you're being disrespected by your physician. We also went into it's my favorite because we went into the preventative, like, hey, here's how to approach these conversations, how to find a physician that's going to listen to your concerns. But here's what to do when you're not being listened to, and here's specific steps you can do if you're being disrespected and mistreated. And so while we don't advocate that it's necessary to be a jerk, it is okay to hold firm boundaries and to demand to be heard and to be given excellent health care. So that episode was definitely a favorite. It may have been a tiny bit emotionally charged, so but it was one of my favorites. And another favorite was episode 7. And episode 7 was when we went, oh no. Episode 7, here's why it's one of my favorites, because that was just me by myself on a rant on what makes endo the worst. And I got to just sit for, 30 minutes and just rant about basically what are the top, I think it was 5. I think we went through like 5 things. Like, here's what makes endo the worst. So I got to just rant about it in a space that I know you understand, like you, Kristen, and you, the listeners. I know that you get it because you're there, you're in it. And so that one for me was one of my favorites. That might be maybe totally biased because it was just me, ranting on about it. But I think that there was also valuable information given, because the thing about endo, and I think the most important thing, or any chronic condition whatsoever, any disease, any symptoms, any conditions that we have, we sometimes allow ourselves to believe that there's nothing we can do and that we just have to suffer and we're just stuck. And I don't believe that's true. I believe that we can fight for better and that there are choices. And so I do, in a way, end it with that. But in the beginning, it's just a lot about that. Let's just throw a fit for a minute here. Like, let's just throw a fit about it. Because we got to do that sometimes, right? We got to get it out of the system. And then finally, episode 26, which that's really funny because 26, 27, 28 are like in our favorites. But I think that's because we love interviewing practitioners and experts in their field and professionals that are going to help and bring you a lot of value as well. So in episode 26, I interviewed Dr. Paula Krupstadt. She's a functional medical doctor. And what I loved about that episode is while we got to learn more about her and learn more about her story, she was able to give us like specific, you can get this, and you like, here are 2 things you can do right now to start supporting your body better. And so she basically gave us some options there. And I love that. I love when we can come in and say, here's something you can do right now. You can implement this right now, or here's what's a next step that you can do. And I think that's both of our goals. Like, our goal is to, when you come to one of these episodes, we want to share with you something that you can do right now so that better is always possible for you. And so, yeah, those are my 3. Those are my, like, 3 of my favorite. That's hard to pick, though. I had a hard time with that.
Those are good ones, though.
Because I was like, the one on depression was so good. Like, there's so many. So if you're new, or even if you're not new but you don't listen to us regularly, scroll through and look at the different episodes so that you can see, you can get the support where you need it most first. I think sometimes we want to go to a podcast or a series, and we want to go from the beginning and go all the way through, and we don't always get started because we have those expectations of ourselves. And so it's nice to be able to go in and go, oh, I need help with this, or I need help with that, and get that. So yeah, we love being here with you. And speaking of episodes, Kristen, I'm so curious because we did the 3 sessions. Which episodes were those, by the way? We did 3 sessions together to focus on your health and your specific goals. And that was
episode 23, 24, and 25.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, episodes 23, 24, 25, and we did those sessions together to kind of propel you forward. So I'm really curious, where are you now from that? Because now that's been, I don't know, like a month ago or so. I'm curious, how are you doing since we did those sessions together?
I've still been trying to use my ring to ground myself every day and just like keep calm. I've been trying the breathing, and I do find that really helpful. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Adding anything to your life.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Habit change is tough, especially if you don't have consistent, support and accountability. But I'm hearing that you've implemented some of those things. You're doing them on a more regular basis than you were doing before, right? Like, and I'm still seeing you consistently with your movement is consistent, and all of those things. So I love that you're still utilizing the techniques and that they at least helped you to just this new baseline, basically, because at this point you're at a new baseline. Like, your life looks different than it did 3 months ago, right? Mm-hmm. So fantastic. I love hearing about it. I love hearing about your progress. So yeah, I wanted to ask you actually, also, if you could, because for those of you who aren't aware yet, so Kristen has a fantastic shop with a ton of endo swag, endo awareness swag, and I am dying. I still haven't done it because I just haven't made time, but I'm dying to get those, the go away, it's an endo day, those socks. Can you show us those? Do you have those?
I've got the, if you can read this, it's an end of a day one.
Oh, yeah, I love those too.
And we have lots of different variations of the if you can read this, and we have like some cannabis ones, some if you can read this, bring me wine and tell me I'm pretty, and just like fun things like that.
I love that one too. I know I need that one and I need those because I had the funniest thing yesterday. I could have used them yesterday. I had I didn't have a flare up or anything, but I still will get at the very first day 1 of my cycle, I will still get cramps. I will still get, it's manageable now at this point. It's nothing like what it used to be, but yesterday, it's one of those things where I try not to get up if I don't have to. And so it's just nice to have, it would be lovely because I already envision myself, because on my couch I prop my legs up on this. And normally, so I snuggle in and I've got my hot water bottle and then I prop my legs up, and my husband was just, because I would ask him more hey, will you do this or will you do that for me? And so by the time it came time to dinner, I was about to get up and he's like, no, I'll bring it to you. So I was like, those socks are perfect for me. I'm gonna have to get me some of those. I wanted to know though, my question was, because you've done all this product design and you have these offered, and I love that some of them are things that you'd more than likely wear at home or have at home, but some of them are like awareness, so that we can get that awareness out of the community, so that people are continuing to hear about endo, to talk about endo, and spread that message. What is your favorite product so far? Like the favorite one, either from design or just the favorite one from when you got it in your hands and how it looks?
I really like the tote.
Mm. Yeah, I love that.
So this is the Fight Like a Girl one. We have a tote in pretty much every design.
Mm.
And there's a pocket for your water bottle or your phone.
Yeah,
And there's an inside flap that has 2 little pockets as well. But it's open.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all. That'd be such a good. I'm always trying to like throw stuff if I'm like running to yoga or running to
Mm-hmm.
go work out. And sometimes I'm having like a business meeting and I have to go do that. And so I love that because you could just throw, it's like a gym bag without getting super serious. Like without, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times gym bags are like big. So I love that because you could just throw in like whatever you're doing, throw in your stuff and just go.
Your outfit, your shoes. I like to use it for my laptop sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I love it. I love that too. I love the other one also with the girl. Is she flexing?
Yeah,
What's that one called? You know?
it's a name of a person, but I can't
It
remember.
starts with an R.
Yeah, I want to say like Ruth or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh my gosh, why am I totally blanking? Um, oh my god. Anyway, but I love it because you can get it in a sparkle version, right?
Yeah, anything you can get in sparkle. I'm not sure if you can see the sparkle on my hat.
Oh, I can't really see that. Okay, so all of these things you can get like you can get regular, you can get sparkle. That's awesome. I'm a spark. I think sparkles make me happy. If it shimmers, it.
I have the shirt that matches as sparkly, and then this is not. This is just the plain white.
Yeah,
Sparkles and white.
got it. Love it. I'm one of those people.
New stuff coming out soon, hopefully.
Huh?
We'll have some new stuff coming out soon, hopefully, so that'll be good.
Excited. Is there one thing that you're excited to make?
I kind of want to make track pants. I don't know if we're gonna add those,
Mm,
but it's something that I would like to do.
yeah, yeah. I know I would like just, put a bug in your ear. You don't have to make this, but just in case anybody else. In fact, you guys, if my idea sounds like a good idea, let Kristen know so that she'll make it for us. But I'm one of those, I like to have like mugs. I like coffee mugs and stuff, but having one that has um, the girl on it. The girl that we can't, what home, I cannot believe her name is not coming to my brain for that design. But the design with the girl, with the, with this. Anyway, on a mug would be awesome.
We have talked about mugs in the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're getting to the mug category, let me know. I'd like to.
Okay, I will.
Help out with that because I'm definitely wanting to expand my mug collection, and I'm a big fan of those. So anyway, yeah, I love it. So guys, if you want to help spread endo awareness into the communities, and if you want to just be a part of that movement, grab some endo swag. If you don't necessarily want to be a part of the movement, but just want to spoil yourself with some fun endo stuff for you, do that too. Like the socks, my favorite. The socks. So we went through our favorite episodes, and we just wanted to today. We wanted to keep it really, really light. Sometimes our episodes go on forever because we love talking to you so much. But that is it for today. So we will see you next week. back here. And we love celebrating with you that this is our 31st episode, that we've done 30 and sharing some of our favorites. And please let us know, like, what is your favorite? What has been your favorite so far? And also, what would you like to learn more about? Is there something that you would like us to cover or tackle that you feel like people aren't really talking about, or that you feel really maybe I think the thing about a chronic illness is it doesn't matter that it's 1 in 10 or 1 in 5 or one in whatever. Here particularly, the most lonely thing people experience. Maybe not the most, but it's one of the most. It's one of the most lonely things that people can experience, because it feels like it's so far away. Like having a community is so far away because the people that are around you every single day may not understand. And so if that's your family, if that's your friends, that can be so difficult. We see that all the time in the group. And so in order to reduce that feeling of no one understands me, I'm completely alone, nobody gets this, is to embrace a community. And we know that you guys have this if you're in like the Endometriosis and Me group, or in the Endometriosis and Me Unleashed Facebook group. Both of those are on Facebook. And then also in the Endometriosis Nourish, Flourish, Thrive, in that group, like we have these places. And so it's great to have the place to vent and to share and to feel connected with others. So if you're not in any of those groups, come and join us and be in that group. And then make sure that you're also aware, though, of surrounding yourself with a positive encouragement as well, and learning, so that you can get not only the support and feel heard and like you can vent and gripe, but you can also make decisions that to take the reins of your health and to up level. And so for that, join us here each week on these podcasts so that we can support you here and give you real solutions and just love you up even more. So we love you guys. We will see you next week. And thank you so much for being here with us. From time to time, maybe after every 30 episodes, we'll hop back on and say, hey, here's our favorite. Go check these out. So love you guys. See you next time.